On the side of the component shortages, we've seen the situation improving during Q4, but we believe we will still be troubled in the first semester of 2022, and it should go back to normalcy at this point in time. What we're very concerned about is also the logistic issues, and these ones have not really improved, and we don't see an improvement before the end of 2022.
So let me get this right. Inflationary pressures, component shortages, these are still very clear and present dangers throughout 2022, despite policymakers, central bankers telling us that inflation is going to abate. What are you seeing? I'm more importantly, what are you seeing as an industrial company?
Yeah, you remember, Stephen, when we talked last time, we initiated, the idea of having two types of inflation, one which is structural and one which is more transitory. We think that the structural part of the inflation may continue in 2022, linked to the increase of price of some commodities. On the other hand, we see that the transitory part of the inflation, the fact that at this point in time we're buying on the market sometimes components 40 times more expensive than what they used to be before the crisis, so that we pay containers, 4 times more than what we used to pay before the crisis. We think that that part of the inflation will ease up in the second half of the year.
Eric, it's Karen jumping in. You've mentioned you've demonstrated some agility over the last 2 years. Does that lessen with time? Do you lose some of the ability to be dynamic when these persistent inflation problems go on for much longer than anticipated?
Well, not really. Good morning, Karen. No, not really. When you look at the performance in 2021, it's a performance where we need to adapt to what we have in front of us. So we're growing, but what's more important is that we're growing in the targeted strategic business for us, namely connected lighting. We've connected more than 96 million, light points on the planet to date, and that business is growing in 2021 at 21%. At the same time, our growth platforms are growing 19%, and both businesses account for, something like 25% of the group turnover at this point in time. And we are recording in 21 our 8th consecutive year of improvement of the bottom line, 90 basis points in 2021. So at the end of the day, the transformation of the company has happened. 80% now of our revenues, our cash, and our bottom line is coming from the digital businesses. So that helps us during the crisis that we have lived in 2021.